Good evening. It's Ilya from Ukraine, the best country in the world, the country of heroes. My surname is Gapanyuk, and today I am recording micro lesson number 2, topic hobbies and hiking. Let's start the lesson. So, good evening, guys. It's very pleasant to see you again. I hope everyone is doing well, and the fact that you are attending the lesson already means that everything is fine. So I know now you are thinking already if today's lesson will be as interesting as our lessons usually. And I can assure you that today's lesson will be very, very interesting because today's topic is one of the favorite topics of almost everyone, I will say. What can it be, right? Okay, to warm up, before I tell you the activities, objectives of today's lesson, let's do an interesting activity. The activity means, or what we'll do. I will show you the images that represent different uh, activities, different things we do in life, and you will have to tell whether it's healthy, useful activity or unhealthy, not useful activity. Let's try, for example. So what is this? What's on the sorry here? What is on this image? Yes, exactly. Of course, it's fast food. We can see pizza, hamburgers, ice cream. Ice cream doesn't seem like terribly bad fast food. And fries. Fast food, is it good or bad for us? Anyone who would like to answer? Yes, yes, Daniel. Yes, it's a good point. Of course, fast food is not too good because if you eat a lot of it every day, it may lead to different health problems. I don't know personally, I do not eat fast food too often, but the science tells us so. So be careful with fast food. It's not a particularly healthy diet. Thank you. Image 2, guitar. The association which comes to your head are Metallica, Linkin Park, and AC/DC. Is now this is an interesting question. Is it a useful activity or not useful? Yes, Kate. I can agree with you. It's not so easy to tell because it's useful for people who want to learn playing musical instruments because they enjoy it. At the same time, it's not useful if, if your neighbor is learning to play the guitar, especially late in the evening. Here, uh, computer games, right? Video games. Who has an opinion about this? Yes, Jeremy. Yes, I can easily agree with that. Useful because it helps you to kill time. Not very useful because it's in the long term it's harmful for your eyesight. Well done, guys. Let's continue. A few more. Here, reading. Your opinion, guys? Uh, Jane. Fully agree with you. Absolutely, reading is always useful. We must read science, literature, professional books, fiction. It's all useful in connection with many aspects, with many reasons. Let's continue. Here, smoking. Your opinion, guys? No way. It's not useful. Smoking, as we see on the cigarette packs, it kills. It slowly makes our health worse. So highly unrecommended. Do not smoke. I don't, and I recommend you not to. And the last one, sports, yoga. Right? Is it useful activity? Yes, of course. Fully agree with that. Also depends on if it's a professional sport or if it is sports which you do for keeping fit and so on. But I would say that in general, sports is always useful, and there are a lot of reasons again. So who can guess what is the topic of today's lesson? Absolutely! Today's lesson is devoted to the topic hobbies. And during today's lesson, we will do three main things. Thing number one, we will remember with you what is the difference between adjectives ending in ed and adjectives ending in ing. What are the differences in meaning, how to use them correctly. Thing number two, you will have a chance to read and, of course, understand a very interesting text called Hiking 8 Reasons Why You Should Go Hiking. If you don't know what is hiking, or if you do not know what are the reasons you should go hiking, you'll later get to know it. And the third activity, which in my own opinion will be interesting for you because it will allow you to open up your imagination, is building sentences with the new words. So in this activity you will use the words which we take today in the text, plus you will be able to build up the sentences but whatever you want. So you can later use the sentences in your different life situations. So let's move on. As I mentioned before, first of all, adjectives end in ed or ing. There is a presentation which will help us to sort out possible difficulties. Let's look first at a few examples. They will help you to understand the rule. I believe that it will be possible for you to understand it yourself. Let's check out if it truly works. Kate, can you read the first example? Thanks. Danielle, the second, please. Right. So you see, they mean different things, right? Bored, I was bored, and presentation, boring. Let's see another example. I think you are already starting to understand the difference. Please, who wants to read? Yes, John, please. Thank you very much. And the second example, Cindy, please. Sure. So you see again the trip tiring and I am tired. Do you see already the pattern? Do you see that there are things which are in common with the first examples and these two examples? Let's return to example 1 and example 2. Now, let's see if you have understood the rule correctly. I'm actually confident you have understood the difference yourself. Adjectives that end in ed generally describe emotions. They tell us how people feel. The subjects of the sentences are normally you, friends, John, Tom, somebody. Adjectives that end in ing generally describe the thing or an event that causes the emotion. For example, a boring lesson makes you feel bored. So, ed. Emotions. How I feel, I am tired, excited, exhausted. And situations, and also situations and things in my life. They are boring, tiring, exhausting. Thanks a lot. I hope it has helped. A lot of ed adjectives ending in ed and ing will be used in the text. Let's move on to another activity. That's all. That's the end of my micro lesson number 2. I hope everything was good, and I'll try to do better in my next lesson. Thank you for watching.